Hello YouTube, Nintendo 64 Corner coming back at you with another video. A little bit ago on my Instagram I sent out a little pic. It was a picture of a bunch of games and all that stuff, and this was in the center of it. I was asking if you guys were interested in anything such as a box art review for N64 games, because I've never seen anything like that on YouTube yet, or anything related to it at least. I seem to be getting really good feedback on it, so immediately after I started taking notes on some of the games. I have some of them set up. I don't have all of them ready to go yet, but I do have some of them. I figured the best way to start it off would be with Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So this will be #1 box art reviews. So let's just dive right into this, guys. So, set the card aside for now. So the game I chose is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It's a classic, so that's why I decided to make this the first one I do, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, and probably my favorite N64 game. Well, actually it is my favorite N64 game. Zelda's my favorite franchise, so of course it's my favorite. Sorry, Majora's Mask lovers, but I don't like the time thing. But, moving away from all that jazz, we're going to focus on just the box art. So, let me get a couple things out of the way. These are just my opinions. They may not be your opinions. You may have a different opinion. If you have a different opinion, just comment down below. Let me know if you don't like my category choices or my ideas of what I have with this certain box. But just needed to get that out of the way. This is my opinions, and I am no art critic. I haven't gone to art school or anything like that. These are just my personal feelings towards these boxes. Getting right in, so I'm gonna have four categories for this, for the box art reviews. So #1, it's just gonna be talking about the front cover and front cover only. And then this category #2 will be for the back cover. Sorry about the paper noise, that's all my notes there. So category #3 will be box to cart correlation. So comparing the front cover and back cover maybe to the cart, see if it matches what the cart is showing, see if they correlate with each other. And then category #4, a comparison to other regions or versions. So Japan, Europe, or anything like that. I'm going to do comparisons to that. And then at the end, I'll do an overall score with a total of points. I gave each category about 5 points each. And I'm going to do, so there's going to be a total of 20 points at the end, and I will do a percentage, and I'll leave a little side note here and there with that. Alright, so, category #1, front cover. What I gave for the front cover will be a 5 out of 5, so 5 points out of 5 points possible. And the reason I gave the front cover for Ocarina of Time 5 out of 5 is because I feel that this is very reminiscent to the other games that came before it. So if you think back to The Legend of Zelda, remember what made that intriguing? #1, obviously, was a go-kart. #2, I found it very interesting that he just had a very simple design. It was just this little shield right here with all the little designs on it. Moving on to Zelda 2, it had a picture of just the sword, which was very simple design. It was very reminiscent. Moving on, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. It is very similar to Link in the Past. But if you guys think about it, what are a lot of people's favorite games? The first one, Link to the Past, Majora's Mask even though that was a little bit more crafty in the design, but people like simple when it comes to adventure games, at least what I see. And then going off of that, for reason #2 I gave is its simplistic design ties in well with bringing in a sense of adventure. So if you think about it, a lot of people love Link to the Past. A lot of people love the first Zelda game. But what made you love it? Well, personally for me, it was gameplay plus I loved the box art. The box art gave you a sense of adventure. If you're a buyer, I mean, when you look at this, it's like, if you don't know anything about the Zelda franchise, or if you haven't played it, this would be a game to pick up, because look how cool that is. Look, the gold backdrop and everything with it, the very simplistic on the, oops, sorry about that. Little simplistic designs on the side, nothing too detailed. Then a very simple sword and shield, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It's like, makes you wonder, wonder what this game is. Legend of Zelda. I heard that the first couple of games were good. I wonder if this one's any better. So simplistic design does work if you use it correctly, and Legend of Zelda was very good at it. And then number 3, the reason I gave is stands out from other titles. And kind of going off that sword and shield thing, it kind of leaves you with a sense of curiosity or mystery, because all you have is the name and the sword and the shield. You don't see any characters. This is just looking at the front cover, mind you, just the front cover. All you have is the sword and the shield, the name, a little bit of details. Like, I'm a little curious as to see what this is. So it will make you, let's look at that, and it'll make you turn it around to read it. So that's why I gave the front cover 5 out of 5. Just because of how simple it was, how crafty it was, how reminiscent it was of the other games. And they decided to keep going with that simplistic idea of cool front covers. So we're moving on to category number 2. That will be the back cover. And this one, I gave 4 out of 5 for the points, only 4 out of 5. The reason one is the story you get, which is this guy right here. It is brief, is very, very brief, and it gives you enough information to kind of make you want to buy the game or purchase the game. Kind of grabs your attention and makes you want to, give it a try at the very least. It was done well with the way that they formatted it too. So if you notice, the story was black. So, and it's a lot more text. But they have like this little section right here that's in white that you can read like little details about what the game is, how it functions and all that. So you have a choice between reading this, which can also grab your attention because it just gives description of the game itself, or you can get grabbed by the story, which is up here. So if you just want to look at it really quickly, you got this down here, and if you want to get a little bit more information, you can always look at that. So that was a very good design choice in my opinion. Moving on. Sorry, I got a lot of notes here. Okay, so reason number 2. It doesn't take away too much from the front cover. If you take a look at the front cover, it's obviously the best part of this because that's what people like looking at. That's the part they display most of the time. But this one is more of an informational side. So it kind of gives you all the notes, little stuff that you need to know about what's going on in the game, what to expect. It's not too flashy with the pictures. The pictures are well formatted. You got the little text over here, you got your text lined up, it's very organized, and I feel that doesn't take away too much from the front cover, so that you don't want to display the back cover instead of this. Oops, sorry. Okay, so reason number 3, the pictures do give good representations of what to expect in the game. The only problem I really have is I would have used something like the Twinrova sisters or Volga. That's how I think is how you pronounce it, instead of Dodongo. I believe is how you pronounce that guy's name. Might be wrong, but as far as this goes, it's well formatted. They are good pictures, but I would have liked to have something a little bit more different. It's like I would have had something that would like have a boss that would show a mechanic that hasn't been seen before, or something that has the Z-targeting effect, or Z-targeting mechanic in this game, because that was a big part of this. But other than that, I don't have much to say on the pictures, because they do give a good representation of what to expect in the game, other than the fact that there would have been a better boss to use the different mechanic, like the shield mechanic, or the mirror shield mechanic, or the Z-targeting one. So since my battery life on my camera is really short, this is part 1. So that was the 2 categories. Category 1, front cover, and category 2, back cover. So the front cover I gave 5 out of 5, mainly due to how simplistic and reminiscent it was of the first games. How simple it is can actually work to its advantage. Back cover 4 out of 5 for being very well formatted, very organized, very clean. Good representation with the pictures, minus a couple exceptions. But coming with part number 2, where we will have more of a comparisons segment of it. So box to art correlation will be for part number 3, or category number 3, and category number 4, comparison to other versions, which is other region looks, how the other region boxes look. That'll be part number 2. So, this is Nintendo 64 Corner signing out. Take care. Look forward to part number 2. Take care, guys.